The suspects linked to the disappearance of 6-year-old Joslin Smith will remain behind bars until they apply for bail on the 13th of March. They made a brief appearance in the Vredenburg Magistrate Court a short while ago. The 4 of them, including her mother, are facing charges of kidnapping and human trafficking, with officials saying more charges are likely to be added. A dedicated team has been assembling to work on the case. Let's get some analysis on the Joslin Smith case. We're joined now by legal analyst Khumisi Kganare. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time, Khumisi. Talk to us about what may have led to this matter being postponed to the 13th of March today. We saw 4 suspects going into court, 2 women and 2 men, and one of them being the mother of Joslin Smith.
Yes, no, definitely. Good morning, Paul. Ordinarily, after an arrest has been made, the accused persons have to be presented before court within, a specific period of time, and it's about 48 hours or so, at which they will then be given an opportunity to apply for bail. And there's a process that needs to be followed when that, is taken care of. Like getting the details of where the accused persons are going to be released to, should they get bail. So you have to confirm their address and make sure that they are processed properly before they can be given bail.
So the other matter which came up now with the Q&A with Western Cape Police Commissioner Thembisile Phathekile, as well as Regan Allen, who's the MEC, was the matter around the challenge with the interference of the investigation and the influences which come with it. We know that we are hearing now that interference and obstructing police work, that's a case that has been opened and registered with the SAPS. What does that entail?
Yes, interference, and I'm, focusing now on the part that deals with what has been happening on social media. People, posting fake news about, recovery of the body. And that's, generally is just obstructing, the ends of justice. And as a result, people that are doing that, must be brought to book, by way of criminal charges. And the second interference, would be what I also see being talked about, which is, the national office interfering with the provincial office. And by national office, I'm referring to the minister. But that also goes back to how the law works and the framework we have in the country insofar as this is concerned. You will note that in terms of the Constitution, it's the president that appoints the national commissioner. And the national commissioner then exercises control and management over police services in line with national policy. Then, insofar as provincial, affairs are concerned, then the national commissioner, in concurrence with the premier, then appoints a provincial officer, which provincial, commissioner then reports, if you may, to the premier, and also shares, the same report with national commissioner.
Yeah.
So there's that checks and balances that has to happen all the time in that regard.
Yes, because critics have said that valuable time may have been lost because we're heading now into the 3rd week and Joslin Smith has still not been found. And as you talk about that case, we also heard about how the legislation on cybercrime will also be put into effect if needs be, because people can be charged for distributing false information. How severe is that charge?
Yeah, it's very severe, especially in this instance where we view it as something that obstructs, the ends of justice. It wouldn't be the same, as cyberbullying, for instance, or other, cyber crimes that we have in terms of that legislation. But if you link it then to defeating the ends of justice, then it sort of starts having more weight. And I would say, it's severe in these circumstances, and as a result, it has to be dealt with.
And the charges, kidnapping, trafficking of persons, we've heard that more charges could be added to this case. What do you make of that? What merit?
Yeah, look, investigations are still going on, and for all we know, God forbid, the kid is not alive or is still alive, then that will inform also the sort of charges that may be added. It might be attempted murder, depending on what comes out at the end of the investigations. It might be murder. We also know that there's also cyber, crime-related stuff that's going to be added to the charges. So those are the kind of things that may be added later on after the investigation, has completed.
For now, of course, we will continue with this matter. Legal analyst Khumisi Kganare giving us a sense of what is at stake with this case.